Why the king was angry? Why was the king angry? Yeah. Let's say I come over to your house for Christmas, and you saved up all year to buy me a nice present for Christmas. And we're all sitting around the tree, and you I've been working all year for this. And you give it to me. And I sit there and I open it up and open up the box and I look at it and I walk over to the trash and I throw it into the trash. How are you feeling? Feeling wounded. Feeling angry. I want you to understand that the heart of God, that He is a real being who feels and has emotion. See? He wants you to accept the gift that He has provided for you. That's what He wants you to do. And all of us, I know we've all done it. We've all taken His gift and we've walked over to the trash and tossed it in there. At some time in our life we've done that. And what I want you to understand is that the heart of God is wounded as a result of that. And Jesus is trying to tell us that the King, the God, really feels this. He's painting us a picture of who God is. Now this is a tough one. So my Heavenly Father will also do to you if you do not each forgive your brother from your heart. That's tough, isn't it? Jesus could have stopped right there and, a couple verses before that and left that out. Right? The fact of the matter is, what's happened here is that the debt got reinstated. Now, how did that happen? What's really going on here with this debt being reinstated? You ever read in the Psalms that God will give you the desires of your heart? Now, most of us read that and say, that's all the good stuff that we want. But this guy here chose plan A instead of plan B. And so the king gave him the desires of his heart. And he said, you want to pay it back? Okay, you can pay it back. Follow that? That makes sense? This is not that God is just sitting up there just wanting to do this. He's just saying, you've made a choice. This is your will. You are a free will being. And you chose the plan to pay it back. So if that's the plan you want, then okay, you can pay it back. I hope you see in that just how, God sometimes allows us to go through some of these things, not because He wants us there, but His hands are tied to some degree because we've made a choice. We can tie God's hands that way. Now let's talk about the practical side of things. There are three targets of bitterness. And by the way, when we're talking about forgiveness, we're talking about bitterness, right? Because if you're not bitter, you don't need to forgive. Okay? So we're talking about bitterness. Three targets. There's others, your fellow man. There's yourself. And there's God. So I want to unwrap that a little bit. We discovered that there are two kinds of debt that need to be paid. The kind that can be paid back and the kind that can't be paid back. Now, if someone can pay us back, if I can buy Kenny a new lawnmower to replace the one I stole from him, right? What's Kenny's obligation? Forgive me. Right? I made him whole again, so he should forgive me. So, if someone can pay it back, God says forgive him. If he can't pay it back, if one can't pay back, what's God ask you to do? Okay, so whether you can or you can't pay back,